super excited to have you back on my YouTube channel. And today I want to take the opportunity to take you through post appointment, right? So you have already booked your appointment, which is the regular appointment with the US Embassy. And you want to do a couple of things after booking the regular appointment with the US Embassy. What I am going to concentrate on today is how to request emergency in the new US Embassy appointment system. So when we were on the old system, I took you through how to book an emergency appointment or request emergency appointment with the US Embassy. And we have been looking for the opportunity to also bring a new video on the new system that will take you through how to request for an emergency on the new US Embassy system. Now let's do this. So you have the appointment booked already, as I said. So you log into your Avits system again, and then you go to your dashboard. When you go to your dashboard and you have an appointment booked already, you see this total appointment is 1, total appointment schedule is 1, right? So when you come to this dashboard, all you need to do is to click on view details. So non-immigrant visa appointment schedule adult applicant is 1, which is indicated here, and it tells you some sort of information on your appointment and what type of visa you are going for. One thing you can do on this interface is you can actually print the appointment letter from here. So you can click on this appointment letter, which actually goes into my download, and then you can click on it and download the form, right? So you have the opportunity to actually download the form when you click on that, which is the appointment letter. So all you need to do to request for an emergency with the US Embassy is just to click on the view details. So when you click on view details, you have this interface, very nice interface here. And on this interface, you can actually see create emergency here. So you can see it here, create emergency. You first need to actually select the applicant you are going to create the emergency request for. So you click on this applicant, which is the applicant you are actually going to create the emergency request for. And then you can now proceed with the create emergency button. So you click on create emergency. If your emergency request is approved, you'll be asked to schedule a new interview appointment. Do you still want to continue? So you confirm this, and then you can continue to create your emergency request with the US Embassy. So first, you need to select the reason of emergency. So a couple of reasons here. We are going for F1 visa, so we select student and exchange visitor facilitation. And then you go to date of travel. So you have to select a tentative date of travel. I've actually explained this in one of my videos before, but if you want to select an appropriate date for the date of travel, all you need to do is to check on your I-20. And then on your I-20, you would see earliest admission date and program start date, right? The earliest admission date is the date that you can come to the US and when your visa is approved. So from that time to the program start date, you can actually travel to the US. If the earliest admission date is not up to or it's not due yet and you get your visa approved. So for instance, let's say you go for your visa interview in June and your visa is approved in June, but your earliest admission date on your I-20 is, let's say, July 21st. You will not be able to travel to the US until July 21st, even though your visa is approved in June. So bear that in mind to actually select the date of travel. So if you are going for spring semester actually start the program in January. So definitely your earliest admission date could probably be in late of November or early December, or maybe middle of December. So you can select something between the earliest admission date and the program start date. Or if you are going for fall 2025, which basically starts in August. So it is going to be August 2025, and some universities may still have program start date in September 2025. Your earliest admission date probably could be in July if you are going for August, or it could be in in August if you are going for a September start date. So that is how you select it. Assuming I'm going for a spring semester, so I will go into December and select something like 21st of December, or I can even select something that is working day. So I can go for, let's say, 16th of December, assuming that I'm going for a January start date. So, and tell us about the emergency. So here you need to provide a high level information of why you are requesting for the emergency. So this is just a sample, right? You don't need to write it as I have in this video, but it's just a sample to help you. So I am Emmanuel Jemfi, and I have been admitted to study masters in financial economics at Ohio University, located in Athens, Ohio. My program start date is January 16, 2025, and I'm required to report to school for international students orientation on January 10, 2025. In addition, I have a graduate assistantship that requires me to be on campus for teaching assistantship training and documentations before the program start date. However, my current appointment date is on September 26, 2025. Which is far beyond my program start date. I would want to request an emergency appointment to help me meet my classes start date deadline. Please find it attached as my I-20 admission letter and service fee receipt. One thing I want to touch and highlight on here in terms of the documentations you need to upload for the emergency request. The required document is your I-20. The admission letter and the service fee receipt are just optional documents if you want to attach them to this emergency request. So you don't necessarily need to pay your service fee before you can actually request for emergency appointment. You can go ahead and request for emergency appointment even if you haven't paid your service fee. So you don't actually need to pay a service fee before you request for emergency appointment. So you can use only your I-20 and your admission letter to request for this emergency appointment. But if you have the service fee paid already, you can also go ahead and attach the service fee receipt to it. So when you are done, the most important document which is required for this emergency appointment is your I-20. So you click here to select the document, which is the I-20. And then when you are done selecting that, you can actually go ahead and click on submit to request the emergency appointment with the US Embassy. Great. So this is a very short video to show you how to create an emergency request with the US Embassy. I hope this video is super helpful. I'll come back again with how to update your profile in the Avits system. For the meantime, I haven't seen how to update the profile. For instance, if let's say you failed the DS-160 and you made a mistake in the DS-160 and you failed the new DS-160 and now you want to update your profile in the Avits system to actually update your DS-160 confirmation ID. I haven't seen it yet, but the best option you can actually use now is to create a ticket. So you go back to my dashboard and then you go to support and then you create a ticket to the US Embassy. So you click on create a ticket and then you create a ticket with the US Embassy telling them that you actually made a mistake in your first DS-160 and you have filled a new DS-160. And so you want to update your DS-160 confirmation in your appointment, right? And the US Embassy would gladly do that for you. I have shown you how to create a ticket in the first video that I did, and so you can use that video to help you create a ticket. Do well and subscribe to my YouTube channel and be notified of any video that I upload to the channel. Thank you so much for your time today and see you next week.